This is the next part of turning $1,000 to $100,000 flipping cars. I already made it to over $50,000 built up in the series so far. And right now I'm at the CarMax auction to pick up the next cars to continue the series. In a second, we're gonna be starting checking out these cars. This is one of them right here. But the huge thing is we can't even drive any of these cars we're gonna be buying, which if you've been following me for a little bit, you know that is a huge red flag usually to me. But hey, we gotta continue this series. We gotta get a lot more cars in a short period of time. So let's see what cars we can get after all this. So let's get on to this first car. It's a 2006 Jeep Commander. And if you see, this is actually how we get into all of the cars right here. Got the keys just kind of put into this little box on the side of each car. That's how I'm gonna be getting in. And let's check out the first one. First impression is actually not too bad. Overall, it's in good condition. Looks like the person that had it before wasn't a complete dirty slob. I mean, it is a little dirty, but I mean, it's nothing too crazy. And it even has a nice little third row in the back too. I actually didn't even know that they had that for this car, but not bad. The good thing I will say, aside from being able to start the cars, because some auctions you really can't even do that. Let's start it up, see how it runs. Okay, it runs good and there's no dash lights coming on. But the other good thing is they do actually allow you to scan up the systems of the cars with an OBD scanner, because some auctions, again, do not allow you to do that either. So let's see if there's any codes on the system. All right, so the first thing that I always do when I'm scanning up a car is checking to see if any of the codes were cleared. So we're gonna do a quick scan with the I am readiness monitors and let's see what's happening there. Okay, so the monitors are good, but there is a pending trouble code. So let's see what it's on for. All right, so it came back as a cylinder 5 misfire. That's not too bad. That generally could just be a quick tune-up, which could fix it. Could, it's not like a definite thing, but it definitely could be the reason why it's misfiring, just for that one cylinder. So I'll just say so far so good, but let's check under the hood and see if there's anything under there of why we shouldn't get this car. So it's running pretty smooth, actually, considering that it's misfiring. So that's actually a good sign. Doesn't look like there's any leaks under here either. And generally speaking, you usually want to definitely pop the dipstick and just check to see if there's any milky residue that's on here. But it looks good so far. And the other thing is also the coolant. First of all, what's the coolant like the actual coolant level, and just seeing if the coolant looks healthy. You could even pop open the coolant reservoir as well. You can't really see it from the top here, but also just basically the same thing, just checking to see if there's any milky residue or anything like that. That looks like it's not just regular coolant fluid in there. But so far so good with this one. Now, one of the last quick things I'm gonna check is, since again we can't actually do a full test drive, I'm going to at least just try to put it into reverse, see how that feels, see if it jerks back or anything. Okay, it's going back pretty smoothly. And then go back into drive. All right, that felt smooth too. So it doesn't feel like there's any jerking. It doesn't feel like it's slipping just for these two gears. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, realistically, just because the reverse and just going into drive works well, it doesn't mean that all the other gears will work well as well. But again, I mean, if we really wanna start scaling things up and start popping our income up a little bit more, we gotta take a little bit more risks. Not to say that all of our cars are going to be like this, that we're gonna be doing with the series, but you know, maybe I could just add a couple in here and there just to keep things going a little faster. But overall, I mean, the car is looking pretty good. I mean, sure, it has a misfire, but that's something that should be decently easy to fix. So I think we'll be bidding on this one. On to the next one. Now, I was going to go for this one next. It's like, I think it's a 2001 Honda Accord, but the condition is looking really bad. I didn't see how bad it was looking in the pictures, but I mean, just how bad that looks. I mean, the person who's buying this would have to be someone that really doesn't care about cosmetics. So I think I'll pass on this. But okay, here's our next one. I believe this is a 2010 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Ooh, that's actually nice right here. It looks like it was just inspected a couple of months ago. Small cues like that actually go a long way. I mean, at least that shows that if it was inspected that recently, then it's a good chance, and not to say it's a perfect car, but you know, things are looking decently safe still. I mean, right now I'm filming this in August, so this is just a couple months after what this date was for the last inspection. But of course, we still have to do our little inspection to make sure things are still good, because who knows what happened between then and now. And oh, here we are right here. Pretty sure that wouldn't have passed inspection if the car was like this. Looks like the side mirror was cracked. But let's start it up and see how it runs. So it had a bit of a weird sound when it started. Let me try to rev it up a little bit. Yeah, and if you could see there, when I rev it up, it kind of, I'm letting off gas now, and it's holding idle a lot more than it's supposed to. And I think I'm hearing a bit of a tapping noise from the engine. Let me pop the hood and see. Okay, well, I can't even pop the hood, but let me see if you guys can even hear that. Can you hear that? Not sure if you can, but it's basically a bit of a knocking noise, so I think we're gonna avoid that. Apparently, there is a decent amount that happened between these last few months that the car had the inspection. The check engine light is even on too, so yeah, we're just gonna pass on this entirely. Now, with this next one, we got a 2011 Kia Forte, and let's see how this one is. There is a little bit of a scratch right there on the side. Nothing too bad, but we might have to do something about that. Let's say if we bought it and it came time to selling it. Oh, is that a manual transmission? Oh, I really thought this was for a second too. Tell me that doesn't look like a manual from a distance. But no, this is automatic. But I mean, if this was a manual, I definitely would just not get the car. No one would buy this car if it's a manual transmission, not a car like this. So let's see exactly how this starts up and how it runs. Oh, wait a second. I think I heard a bit of a knock with this one too. Let me rev it up a little bit. Can you hear that? Yeah, I'm hearing a little bit of some type of knocking, like a little engine noise with it too. And honestly, the new Kia and Hyundai cars have been pretty good. Like, they've gotten pretty reliable, but these older generation cars, like the 2010, 2011, all that stuff, a lot of them have these type of issues, like internal engine oil issues and internal engine knocks and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not getting into that chance. Okay, on to the next car. We got a 2013 Volkswagen Tiguan. These wheels look absolutely shot as a first thing, and the brakes. Look how rusted those brakes are in there. That would definitely have to be changed out. I don't know if it's just been sitting for a really long time or what, but it's not the greatest first signs. But let's start it up and see how it runs. I would hope that's at least good, because looks like some other parts of the car have been neglected a little bit. Let's see if that carries on to how it is mechanically. Okay, it's actually running really smooth. There's no dash lights on, it's just really low on gas. That's about it. Does have the nice panoramic sunroof too. I like that. Hopefully this actually works as well. Let's see. And yes, it does. It also doesn't look like there's any engine codes or cleared codes in the system, so it's looking good with that. Let's rev it up a little bit and see how it sounds. I'd say it sounds good so far. And then a quick little transmission check. And I'd say that's looking good as well. All right, so I'm gonna let it run for a little while just to see if it overheats or anything. I already did the quick check, the same check that I did with the last one, just checking under the hood, and that was all good. So I don't know, so far it looks like this one is a good one. But all right, on to the next car, and look what we have here. You got a Mustang Cobra, and I actually think I saw this one has really low mileage too. I think it had like 50,000 miles on it. I would say it looks it too. It looks like the condition is pretty good, even on the, oh. All right, I definitely wasn't expecting that to be there. Looks like it comes with some extra amenities. Not bad. But I'll leave that to whoever ends up actually buying the car. First, I gotta just see how this thing sounds. Let me start this up. Woo! Ooh, that sounds so good. Wow. I just saw the shift knob too. I love the little different dials they got here. You got 1, 2, 3, jail, and then prison on the top. I can see why they say that too. This thing sounds crazy. Woo! They definitely have an aftermarket exhaust on here. Now, as lovely as this thing looks and sounds, realistically, it's probably gonna be over my price range. I mean, it's not like I don't have the money for it, but realistically, if I was gonna get this, it would probably be selling for somewhere around like $10,000 to $15,000, and it would take forever to sell, and it'd be much smarter for me to just sell maybe 2 cheaper cars instead in that same time frame, and probably make even more profit than it would be to get this thing sold. But I am definitely gonna keep my eyes out on it just to see exactly what price it does go for, because I mean, if I can't get this for some really good deal, then maybe we could get it, who knows. But all right, back to the more normal cars. Right here we got a 2009 Honda Accord. Actually has pretty low miles too. It has like 90,000 miles, which I'm sure most people know that's like nothing for a Honda. But let's do a quick little check with this one, see how she runs. Oof. Nice and smooth. It should be too, again, with this much mileage, like, come on now. All right, but I just checked out this car too, the Honda, and this is looking all good as well. I will say it does need a little bit of detail work, and even that, I mean, not a crazy amount, especially since it's a leather car. But yeah, I mean, it looks all right. Again, we'll have to actually see the time if we do get the car, if the transmission and stuff is all good. But I mean, I did the same series of checks, and looks like this one's all good as well. It doesn't even have any dash lights on or anything. But now going on to this next one, looks like we got an old Lexus here. I think there's a Lexus GS. And whoa, so these wheels would definitely have to be changed out. These look absolutely shot. Besides that though, overall the car actually looks like it's in pretty good condition. Let's see how it runs. Ooh, got the little memory seats and all. Gotta say, I mean, this is an old car, it's a 2005 car, but everything still feels so good in this. Like, it just feels premium, like well made. I do wonder about one thing though. So I see it actually only has 93,000 miles on it. And for a Lexus, that is really, really low. And these cars, this is supposed to be like one of their more premium cars in their lineup. So I'm actually curious. I wanna see exactly how much this would sell for on average wholesale. So let me just try to scan it up really quick. Let me type in the odometer. Wow. Wow, so the average wholesale price of this would probably be around $8,000, which is actually crazy. This is a 2005 car. So I'll do my quick series of checks, just making sure everything is all good, just to see if we could potentially win this. But not gonna lie, I'm really not trying to spend that much, especially for something this old. $8,000, that's kind of crazy. Most people don't have like well over $10,000 to spend in cash for a car like this. Wow. You really can't see anything with this motor. It's literally just all covered by plastic. But I mean, it's running really smooth. Doesn't look like there's any indication of a blown head gasket, which again, for this mileage as well, it really shouldn't be. And from the little amount that I could see around the engine bay, it doesn't look like there's any leaks around here. Not gonna lie, I'm actually decently impressed for the features this car has. Like, this is a 2005 car, and I mean, it already has a rear view camera, there's a little backup camera there. It has parking sensors right here when I get close to this car in the front. I've never actually seen this before either. If you can see that, it's on auto climate control, and the vents are actually moving by itself just to kind of circulate the AC around. But all right, so that was actually the last car we're checking out. There's actually not too many cars here. There's really only like 70 cars or so here in the auction, but I will say the quality of cars are a little bit better than the other auctions that I'm used to. But now time to see exactly what we can potentially get. Hopefully we can get at least one of the cars that we checked out here. All right, so time to start bidding on these cars. Everything is going to be done online with CarMax. At least with this one, there's no bidding in person. It's just, everything is online. So the unfortunate thing is that Jeep Commander that we saw first actually already sold. It sold for like 900 bucks too. I mean, I was still kind of setting things up at home. Ended up having some issues I was running into where I couldn't even bid on the car. So I had to kind of work through that first. But it is what it is. We basically still have the Honda Accord still being able to be bidded on, and then that Lexus at the end. And actually, I mean, we'll see about the Mustang as well. Wow, so the Mustang went for what was like $13,000 or so. Again, I'm not surprised. That's why I wasn't really like checking it out. It was a cool car, but I'm not trying to put that much money into one car to flip. So the Honda Accord is gonna come up in a second. I'm willing to go up to $3,500 as the top bidding price for it. I'll basically put me in around like $4,000 after buying fees and everything, and I should be able to make a good profit off of that. So we'll see. Wow. Okay, well, we're definitely not getting a Honda Accord. Now, the next one right after this is actually the Lexus. And I mean, we're trying to stay under. All right, yeah, it's already way too much. Goodness. It's already at 5,600. I was going to put in the top bid at like 4,600. So yeah, that's not happening. From what I saw, these could sell private sale for like probably 7,500 to 8,000. Yeah, looks like it sold for 6,600. Now, I will say it's not all bad news. We're not just going to end things on a bad note like that, where we just didn't get any cars again. We did get cars, just not from that exact auction. I'm going to show you what those cars are in a second. Before that, I am just going to quickly mention, if for anyone that's just starting to flip cars themselves, I did put together a free checklist that you can bring with you that's going to give you the main steps that you should be using to flip any car, especially if you want something that's not going to be a huge risk of potentially losing your money. If you want access to that checklist, just go to the link in the description below. But let's go on to showing you what these cars look like. This is the first one. It's a 2016 Chevrolet Equinox, and the second one right here is a 2013 Land Rover Evoque. And then we also got two other cars that we got from the next CarMax auction that came up. I still have to pick it up, so you're going to see that in the next video when it drops. Make sure you get your checklist so you can flip your own cars, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.